Okay, so just to repeat, 36% plus for Law and Justice, 30+% for the Civic Platform or the Civic Coalition. And then we have another coalition that came third. It's called the Third Way. And one part of this coalition is the Polish People's Party, which is a very traditional party, a very traditional part of the Polish political system. It's a small party theoretically representing the peasant, the extent that peasantry exists in Poland. But the core of this coalition is another organization, a party called Poland 2050. So this party is headed by a guy named Szymon Hołownia. Szymon Hołownia is someone you probably have never heard of, and I see no reason for which you would have ever heard of him. But here in Poland, he is very recognizable and popular, and no one expected that he would ever become a political leader. Here we are. Szymon Hołownia is a straight-up Catholic fundamentalist, and he's a long-standing public figure. He used to be a TV show's host. He used to be a journalist, commentator. He used to be all over the place as a Catholic fundamentalist. The reason why he was popular with other journalists, and he used to get invited every once in a while, very frequently, to all kinds of shows, was that he was standing out when you looked at the Catholic fundamentalist community in general in Poland. Most of those people are elderly men, grumpy, unsympathetic, who are, reprimanding everyone that they don't go to church enough and are complaining about moral disorder that's happening all around us in their perception. And he's never been like that. First of all, he is relatively young, below 50, I think. And he's always trying to be the cool Catholic fundamentalist. He's always trying to be this charismatic TV show salesman, why it's great to have complete ban on abortion, or why, gay men should not practice homosexuality because they're going to go to hell or something like that. Now, I'm making it up. I don't think he ever explained these two issues in that way. I'm just saying that it was the role that he was playing. So he suddenly, dropped his very well developing media career to become politician, to step into politics in that bold way. And everybody's been very skeptical about his options until we figured out that the person behind him, and again, it's a name that doesn't ring any bell on your end, I'm sure, Michał Kobosko. Michał Kobosko, that's, again, someone who we know in Poland very well. He's a former journalist. And now suddenly we see that Michał Kobosko and Szymon Hołownia are running together a major political project, the face of which is Szymon Hołownia, the kind of mastermind of which is precisely Michał Kobosko. And Michał Kobosko used to be a journalist, a typical neoliberal propagandist, and he dropped journalism at one point, which I didn't even notice, I have to admit, although I follow the Polish media quite carefully. But I didn't even notice because, one less, one more, person writing the same things, it doesn't make any difference. And now when, they are both in Poland 2050, running Poland 2050, some people digged a little bit to see where had Michał Kobosko been for that during this time. That is before having set up a party and after leaving the media. And it turns out he had a very cozy job as a chairman or vice chairman of the Warsaw office of the Atlantic Council. So I guess I don't really have to add anything more. It was a bit confusing at the beginning. Why would anything like that even happen? And I think the only logical answer is that the Americans are creating another political project here in Poland so that there is a safety network for American imperialism that can be represented in the kind of beating heart Polish politics. And the reason why they decided to create that is because Law and Justice, and that's one of the reasons why they lost the election. The Law and Justice has been getting increasingly unmanageable, increasingly unhinged, and increasingly detached from reality. I just want to say, for those who want to know about the nature of the Polish democratic opposition, is that one fundamental part of it, as it emerged after the election on October 15th, is Donald Tusk. Second is Szymon Hołownia / Michał Kobosko, the third way coalition with the People's Party. And then third element is a left coalition. And this is the weirdest component. And we might talk about them sometime later.